I'm the Hood Trucker, and it's the Hood Trucker News. Breaking story. E. Jean Carroll is awarded $83.3 million in a civil litigation verdict against Donald Trump. Donald Trump was running his mouth like he usually do. Guess what? Cost you $83.3 million. Guess what else? Trump got to go to New York and go see Letitia James about something around something. You know what I'm saying? Around that over there. She's looking for like 300 and something. Like she want 300 plus. She said, I don't want no 83. I want 300 plus. So, yeah, we're gonna get into that. But first, hit that like button for your boy. Hit that go on and become a member so you can support the channel. We need all the support we can get right now. We're gonna be heavy into the politics this year, and we going after some folks. They was hot under the collar yesterday, real hot under the collar, and I was on my phone like, trying to hurry up and answer them all. I couldn't get to all of them, so if I didn't get to your comments or whatever, it ain't because I didn't want to comment. It's just I either missed it or whatever. But I try to get to all of them. It's a little loud over here. I'm at the truck stop. Hold on, let me roll this window up. It's kind of hot in here. All right, let's go. So, 83.3. Now, according to the lawyer, Roberta Kaplan, they was asking for enough damages that'll make Donald Trump stop talking. Now, he went on his failed social media platform, Truth Social, and like 2:00 in the morning or something, 12:00, something like that, and was running his mouth about it's a hoax and all this stuff. Listen, you keep talking that mess, right? And I'm talking about not only Donald Trump but the supporters, right? I heard this yesterday. Oh, it's this, it's that, it's whatever, right? Giving him every excuse under the sun for him to get away with whatever he's getting away with. Like in this case, it was based upon defamation that she accused him of doing something. We're not gonna say because I don't want to get the video flag. But he said he didn't do it. But when you look at the deposition that he did, he mistaken E. Jean Carroll for Marla Maples. How you do that? He talking because what does he say? I don't know who this woman is. I didn't do nothing to her, nor would I want to. Okay, well then you mistaken her for your girlfriend or your wife or whoever she was at the time. What did you marrying people you don't want to do nothing with? Stop it. So it's all a lie. And Donald Trump is known for being a liar. I mean, how else do you explain going through 60 something court cases saying that you have no evidence to say that the election was stolen? You have no evidence at all. And these are most of which the judges were appointed by him. So come on, man. Giuliani got $153 million judgment against him for running his mouth about two election workers that had nothing to do with nothing. So if a judge and a jury is finding you guilty to the point of, in Giuliani case, 153 million, and in this case, 83.3 million. I don't know why they gave Giuliani more than Donald Trump, because Donald Trump supposedly got more money. Now, they running finances, they doing income statements, they doing all kind of stuff to find out what kind of money you got. And, Alina Habba, his attorney, was trash, and she should be fired immediately. But who else going to take the case? The other dude who was on this case and who defended him and only got a $5 million judgment the first time. Now, this is the first time. Or excuse me, this is the second time that she didn't got a judgment on him. Now, the first time was 5 point something. Now it's 83.3. Now, let's just say the first one was 5. That's $88 million. And guess what? She's finna hit him again. Because you know why? He can't control himself. He's gonna keep talking. Right? And she don't care because all you gotta do is keep talking and she gonna keep cashing them checks. You know what I'm saying? So listen, you can coddle, you can excuse your way, and think that you're gonna come up with some kind of magical excuse to take all this stuff away. It's not gonna happen. None of this stuff is going anywhere. He got 4 different indictments, 90-something charges. You got 2 civil cases going on, and I guarantee you that E. Jean Carroll is going to see him in court again because she's going to file it again. She's going to keep hammering that dude and hitting that dude until he shut up. When he shut up is when she's going to stop because then she ain't going to have no cause. So he said, I seen an interview saying something about most of his expenses right now is legal fees. Or if you shut up, then you might not have as many legal fees as you got, but you still got 4 different indictments and 91 something cases. Come on, man, knock it off. And listen, the sad part of this whole thing is that y'all about to nominate this dude. Now, Donald Trump right now couldn't get a job at Target. Donald Trump couldn't get a job at Walmart. I mean, taking Donald Trump, the name aside, Donald Trump, as a regular dude, with all that stuff he got on him right now, he couldn't get a job at McDonald's. But guess what? Y'all want to hire him to be the president. Y'all want to nominate him as the leader of your party. That's insane. You gonna nominate a dude that can't even get a regular job under normal circumstances. There's no way that any of y'all would hire him if he had all them cases, pending cases. Y'all wouldn't hire him. Oh, he needs to go to due process. Yeah, he's getting due process. Due process just taxed him with 83.3, and they're gonna tax him again. I believe it's coming up maybe this week, something like that. They're voting. I think the Supreme Court is going. I heard something that they should be handing that down. So he might not even be on the ballot in a lot of states. And that's the Supreme Court that largely was of his doing. He's touting the takedown of Roe v. Wade. Listen, that's a loser. That's a losing issue. That's why you don't want them to do nothing with the border, because you need that issue to help you get elected. Or you need to, because you want to talk about that, the border this, the border that, but the cat's already out the bag. You over there telling them don't do nothing so I can use that. So guess what happens now? You can't use it anyway. So you might as well go and let them do it. But it's politics. Somebody was saying, I was reading one of the commentators that Reagan did the same thing. He did the same thing with Jimmy Carter, saying something about don't release the hostages until I get in the office, and then you can release them, which is scandalous, because you're playing with people's lives. Just like old boy DeSantis, he over there running people, dropping people off at Martha's Vineyard and all these different places it was in New York and Chicago and wherever else. Political games with real people lives. That should be illegal. First of all, you talk about all this corruption and election interference. That's corruption and election interference. Lying about all of this is election interference. You got all these people believing that this stuff is true. Why? Because you're the Messiah. Because you're the chosen one, according to a lot of you, right? Trump is the chosen one. He was chosen by God. Yeah, he was also chosen to pay $83.3 million too. He's also going to be chosen to pay that 300 plus over there in New York. Oh, Alina Hobbs said, "Oh, we in New York, and the juries around here not friendly to Donald Trump." Why? That's where he's from. That's where he's from. Y'all talking crazy about if Nikki Haley gonna lose over to Donald Trump in South Carolina. That's where she's from. But I don't think Donald Trump has ever won anything in New York. Why is that? They know him better than anybody. Bloomberg said he's not a real billionaire. You got all. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't want to say nothing, but just because they want to stay out the mix, and they know that a lot of his supporters is crazy. You got people showing up on people's doorsteps and stuff like that. And first of all, it's not even that serious. It's not even that serious, right? To be showing up on Obama's doorsteps and all these different places. These people are doing crazy stuff. Now, he has been called for violence. He did an interview recently where he said that his supporters are really passionate. They're even more passionate than they were in the past, than in 2016 or 2020. So he's saying that if Jack Smith continues, wink wink, my supporters are really passionate, just like they were just as passionate on January 6th. They're really passionate, and they passionately going to jail. So go on ahead and do something if you want to. You're going to jail. You want to throw your life away? Go do something for Donald Trump, who's not going to think twice about you when you're in jail. All them people talking about, please, can you give me a pardon? Please, please, we were here for you. Everybody wants a pardon. They asking Nikki Haley and all the candidates, are you gonna give them a pardon? They saying yes. Why? Because they know y'all going. And I say y'all, talking to the Donald Trump supporters. They gonna say they don't think that you ain't gonna like him. You ain't gonna vote for him. That's why the reason why they gonna give him a pardon. It ain't because they think he's not guilty, or they're not. It's not because they think he's railroaded. It's because he has a strong support in the Republican Party, which is ridiculous. Because the Republican Party is supposed to be the law and order, family values, Christian. What's the thing? America first. How you America first and you lying all the time to serve your own purpose? How you America first and you're over there talking about how you running around grabbing people on the coochie, and then you can't understand why they're giving you an $83.3 million judgment after you just said on tape that you're grabbing them by the coochie. How's it conservative? I'm so conservative. That you support a liar and a criminal and the R word. You know what the R word is. The one E. Jean Carroll just got $83 million for. He said he didn't have nothing to do with her, but you mistaken her for your wife or your girlfriend, whoever she was at the time. That's a little strange. Y'all ain't putting it together though. Why? Because you're blinded. You just like you're blinded, like they were blinded to Jim Jones in the Jim Jones cult, and in Heaven's Gate, and then all these other ones. You're blinded like when you think the TD Jakes wasn't over there playing with Diddy over there. You're blinded like when Creflo Dollar asked you for a jet, and somebody else asking for a jet. You're blinded like when Kenneth Copeland tells you that what was that speech he did? He's doing a sermon or something like that, and they said something about Joe Biden gonna win. He was ha 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 ha. He kept going like a little child. It turns out Joe Biden actually won. And you don't hold him accountable at all. He gonna say y'all wouldn't faith, y'all faith was lacking. Y'all wasn't faithful enough. It ain't my fault, it's y'all fault. And y'all believe it. Like some idiots. Y'all believe if you can't prove it, y'all don't care. You don't have to prove it. Just let somebody tell you this, like Donald Trump. Let somebody tell you the election was stolen. Y'all believe it hook, line, and sinker. Oh, they had ballots under the thing. Okay, well, the main one that they were saying that had the ballots and they were doing stuff with the ballots, right? The main ones that they were saying was doing that in Georgia. Remember that? Giuliani got to pay $150 million for that. Why? Because he was lying. That's a defamation case. He was lying. Those are regular people. They made operatives. They'll tell you they're operative, but they ain't operative. They're regular people. Put them judgments on them people, on Giuliani and Donald Trump. They're regular people. They don't even want you to know their name. Why? Because y'all want to, instead of letting the process play out like y'all claim was due process, and he ain't been this and that. And then as soon as the process go and it doesn't go your way, now you want to go do January 6th. You want to go to the courthouse. You want to show up on people's doorsteps like an idiot, like spoiled little brats and throw tantrums. Look at that. Am I the chosen one too? I'm the chosen one because I got a light over me now. Am I the chosen one too? That's crazy. Y'all some weirdos for that. Y'all really weird for that. Just believe in anything because it's Donald Trump. Look, then y'all weird for sending him money. How you gonna send a billionaire some money to pay for his legal fees? Y'all some weirdos. Y'all some weirdos. I had somebody tell me yesterday, you need to wake up. Oh, I thought y'all didn't like woke. Because awake mean woke. If I'm awake, I'm woke. Yeah, and you're right, I am woke. You know, but woke doesn't mean gender nothing. Woke means you're not gonna pull the wool over my eyes like Donald Trump is doing to you. That's what woke means. Sleep is the opposite of woke, and that's exactly what y'all is. That's why they tell you, you listen to Ron DeSantis, oh, it's woke, it's this. Woke is bad, woke is bad. Since when did being awake be bad? Since when did being woke be bad? You know when it came to be bad? When they told you it was bad, and you run with it. That means you sleep. That means you fall for anything. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And that's exactly what y'all doing. Y'all falling for anything. Now let's listen real quick to E. Jean Carroll's attorney. Hold on, let me see. Let me see what I can do something about this. Ooh. Let me see what I can do. Okay, there we go. Let's listen to E. Jean Carroll's attorney real quick. She talk about all of that, right? You talk about how he disrespected the jury. You don't think, listen, you in a civil trial, and you don't think if you disrespect the jury, they're gonna tax you for it? Watch this.
We were very happy with the punitive damages award. Why do you think they were so high? Because of his behavior? Yeah, because under the law of punitive damages, a jury is allowed to and actually should consider what it will take, what monetary amount it will take to get the person to stop.
Shut up.
So the idea with the jury was,
what amount would it take to shut up
to get this guy to stop? Exactly. That all he really understands is money.
Yes.
So you should award an amount of money that will make him stop.
Yes.
Whether that will succeed, I don't know. I sure hope it will. If he continues,
no, she doesn't. She's gonna sue him again.
Will there be more? I mean, is it potential there's another case? I'm too good of a lawyer to tell you that, but everything's on the table. So he should be on notice.
On notice
about what he says from now on. He should be on notice. He should be on notice that if he keeps saying it, it could cost him a lot more money.
Because we're gonna take you to court again.
What is the likelihood this ruling will stand, or that the damages will stand? Very, very high. We had one of the most well-respected judges in New York City, Judge Kaplan, no relation. The jury was great. In the law, and all the tough legal issues in the case have already been dealt with. The issue about what he said when he was president has been dealt with under the Westfall Act. The issue about him waiving presidential immunity has been dealt with already by the Second Circuit. So there's not really much left for them to appeal. The steps, though, are what it said. There's a Second Circuit, or they'll go to the Second Circuit, which we've already won in this case, I guess, 3 times now. But they'll go again to the Second Circuit. But there's really not much left for them to argue. What would be the grounds for him to appeal? I mean, things.
Some procedural.
Are there particular things that happened in the court, or that filings that occurred? I think you're going to hear kind of what people were hearing. I'm told what he and his lawyer, Lena Haba, said today, that the judge was unfair, that he should have had a do-over, he should have been able to retry the assault and the defamation again.
Can't argue the facts, you argue the process.
That it was biased, he wasn't allowed to speak, yada, yada, yada. None of that's true. He had the fairest trial he possibly could have had with one of the most experienced judges in this country, and none of that's going to be even remotely persuasive.
And you know why that is? Because he's the president, and he's got a lot more resources than normal people do. So if they screw it up, they're going to look like idiots for screwing it up. That's why they're crossing all the T's and dotting all the I's, especially in this case.
The appellate judges. If the Second Circuit then declines to or rules against him, can he take it higher? He can't defamation claims probably higher. He may be able to bring up some of the issues about presidential immunity, but that's already been litigated as well. So it's very unlikely.
There have been plenty of cases where a jury awards a huge verdict and it gets knocked down later on. Do you anticipate Eugene Carroll actually seeing this money?
I completely shall see this money. So the kinds of ratios that the courts get concerned about.
That's the only relief he gonna get. He gonna get a lower thing if they do that. That's the only thing he can hope for is he don't have to pay 83 million. He pays something less than that, but he's gonna pay something. Believe that. He's got to leave a deposit just to appeal. I think it's 20%.
Our ratios over 6-1. Here we're well within that range.
6-1 based on the person's income?
Based on the compensatory damages. So here compensatory damages are 18 million.
Mm.
So 65 punitives with 18 million compensatory is not that big of a ratio, and I can't imagine any court having any problem with it.
Is it possible? I mean, you also hear, there's been plenty of defendants who have a big judgment against them and somehow finagle a way, declare bankruptcy, or figure out a way not to pay. Do you think he's going to pay?
I think he's going to have to pay, and whether it requires him to sell something,
sell it,
or to
sell it,
on something to get a loan,
put a loan on it.
He's going to pay, and Judge Kaplan, through judgment enforcement mechanisms, will make sure that he pays. And indeed, even to take the appeal, he's going to have to at least put up a bond of 20% of the amount.
There it is.
You're obviously very experienced. What was this whole experience in the courtroom like?
I've been in a lot of courtrooms in my time, especially in New York City, and I've seen a lot of judges. I have never seen a party be so openly contemptuous
because he's a child.
And the authority of our justice system, and the legitimacy of our justice system, is Donald Trump.
He's
and
a child.
The best thing of today, other than the vindication that Eugene Carroll so deserved, is that today was a good day for our system of justice. Today was a day that showed that the rule of law applies to everyone.
This is a child.
If you don't think the rule of law applies to you, it applies to you, and applied today to Donald Trump.
I'm always interested when I see depositions of the former president, because for somebody who has been sued as much as he has and been involved in lawsuits, and I assume deposed often, he seems like a terrible witness in depositions. I haven't seen him on stand, but I imagine on
terrible.
As well. How do you rate him as a
terrible
defendant, given his experience in the justice system?
Terrible.
So, to be a good party in a case and to be a good witness in a case, you want the jury to believe you and to think that you tell the truth. And the very big problem that Donald Trump has is really no one believes he tells
the truth. Except his supporters.
He lied
dummy.
On the stand. He again said, "I stand by everything I said in my my deposition, which was I did nothing to Eugene Carroll, never met her, she's a whack job, never heard of her." So he not only committed perjury, but the jury themselves saw him commit perjury.
Yeah.
And then they watched his deposition video.
Yeah.
Where he pointed out, as everyone knows, that famous photo of him and Ivana and Eugene and her then husband, and he points to Eugene and says, "That's Marla Maples."
Why are you not
right? That's Marla Maples. Why my preview made here? Oh man, they hold on. My preview did shut off. I think I paid my bill. Hold on. Yeah, he mistaken her for what's her name? Marla Maples. I don't even know if he was married to her at the time, but he mistaken her. He mistaken her. Oh, that's the end of it anyway. That's the end of it anyway. Yeah, there you go. Rude. Stood up in court, was talking, passing papers and stuff like that. Yeah, he doing stuff you can't even do in an elementary school classroom. He doing it in court where you're looking at $80-something million. That's what you get. What did Malcolm X say? Your chicken come home to roost. Chickens is roosting, and they coming home roosted already. They coming home. You didn't made your bed, and now you got to lay in it. You got to lay in that $83 million and probably 300 plus more coming. I think they said it was Friday, maybe something like that. It's coming. So buckle your seatbelts. And guess what? We're gonna be on the story. This is the Hood Trucker for the Hood Trucker News, right? Support the channel, like, subscribe, and understand this. We're gonna see you when we get back, because we're gonna be back. Take care.